It was goody YTBC. What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world. Be Marsh with another boxing video. So the man Freddie Roach has come out and said he thinks that the man Canelo will get knocked the fuck out by the man Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. You know what I mean? The man Freddie Roach, he might have an ulterior motive why he did say this. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean he still coaches Miguel Cotto. You know what I'm saying? And all while he was coaching and training Miguel Cotto when Miguel Cotto was the WBC champion at middleweight. It's safe to say that Freddie Roach and Cotto were avoiding Triple G. You know what I mean? But Freddie Roach now thinks that ever since that fight Freddie Roach did say that he thinks Triple G is the best fighter pound for pound on the planet. You know what I mean? But he did say that he feels, you know what I mean, Triple G did get exposed a little bit by the man Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny to me why he thinks that Danny Jacobs did expose. He thinks Danny Jacobs exposed Triple G. So I don't know how that equation would add up to Triple G knocking out Canelo. You know what I mean? You would think it'd be the other way around. Since Danny Jacobs exposed Triple G, you'd think Canelo would knock him out. You know what I mean? But the man Freddie Roach thinks that, Triple G is the best fighter pound for pound on the planet. And he just thinks that he's going to knock him out, you know what I mean? He might be speaking from an emotional standpoint, from a biased ulterior motive perspective, you know what I mean? But I don't think Freddie Roach is quite accurate with this, you know what I mean? I don't know if Triple G will knock out Canelo. If he does, that'll be remarkable. That'll be unprecedented, you know what I mean? Who's knocked out Canelo before, you know? Most I've seen Canelo in trouble is when Miguel Cotto brother put him on the ropes and damn near put him out of the ropes, you know what I'm saying? He hurt him bad. I can't remember which round it was. Canelo eventually won the fight, you know what I'm saying? But that's as bad as I've seen Canelo hurt, let alone even knocked out or even put on the canvas, you know what I mean? So my opinion on whether Triple G will knock out Canelo, I think it's highly unlikely. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, maybe Freddie Roach is trying to get his fighter, because there is a rumor that in December Triple G and Miguel Cotto shall fight. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's trying to get his fighter hype. You know what I mean? Thinking Canelo is you know what I'm saying? Canelo is a guy who beat Miguel Cotto, you know what I mean? But maybe, Freddie Roach is, like I said, he's trying to put the man, Miguel Cotto, in a position where he thinks he could beat him, you know what I mean? But I don't know how that's going to make the man Miguel Cotto feel, you know what I'm saying? Because, basically his trainer is picking him, you know what I'm saying, is picking Triple G to knock out a guy that Miguel Cotto lost to in Canelo, you know what I mean? So that's right there. That's kind of a conflict of interest, but you never know, man. I don't know if this is a method of Freddie Roach's madness, because really and truly, man, he ain't really had too much success lately, you know what I'm saying, as far as it's only Manny Pacquiao, the guy who's really consistent for him as far as the fighters in his stable, you know what I mean? It's just been Manny Pacquiao all through and through, you know what I mean? He ain't got no James Toney no more. James Toney's old. He ain't got fellas like Johnny Tapia. Johnny Tapia, rest in peace. He's not around no more, so Freddie Roach is the only Hall of Fame fighter. I mean, he got Miguel Cotto, yes, you know what I mean? But Miguel Cotto hasn't quite fought no bad man like that since he got with Freddie Roach, except Canelo, you know what I mean? I mean, they did beat Sergio Martinez, but that was a crippled Sergio. Sorry, I don't care what nobody say. I don't give too much credit to Cotto for beating that crippled Sergio. You know what I mean? But that's Freddie Roach's opinions. He thinks Triple G will knock out Canelo. Well, on the other hand, a guy like Deontay Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world, looks like he's changed his mind. I read the article, and I'll throw these links in the description box so you can peep for yourselves. Read the article with the man Triple G. Deontay Wilder said, I'm not quoting him verbatim. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, a year ago he would pick Triple G. You know what I'm saying? He thinks Triple G's a real good fighter, and he thinks he's a cool guy. You know what I mean? He didn't really explain the technical aspects or why he would think the man Triple G would win a year ago. You know what I mean? Besides the fact that he's a cool guy who hits hard. This is according to Deontay Wilder. But I guess Deontay Wilder was asked recently about his thoughts about this fight coming up in September, and he says he's changed his mind, man. Like I said, he didn't give any breakdown. He didn't give any particular reason, you know what I mean? He just thinks that Canelo's a tough fighter, you know what I mean? And maybe he also thinks ever since Danny Jacobs exposed Triple G, maybe Canelo got a shot, you know what I'm saying? Well, Deontay Wilder, like I said, he's changed his mind. A year ago, said he would pick Triple G. But this year, right now, as of right now, come September, his official pick is the man Canelo, man. So, you know, didn't get into too much of his reason or why a sudden change of mind from Deontay. But this fight, like I said, is 50-50, man. Some guys got Canelo winning, some got Triple G. May the best man win. I ain't make my prediction yet, but I know who I'm kind of leaning to, and when it comes to boxing, you know what I mean, these kind of 50-50 fights, for the most part, I've gotten them right, you know what I'm saying? These tough fights to call, you know what I'm saying? And I came down with a formula, man. Fuck all that trying to think hard body about this for these fights and break it down. Of course, you gotta break it down for your predictions for the audience listening on this YouTube platform, But I ain't really putting too much formulas or really scratching my head. It's a fight. It's only two options. One guy will win or the other guy will win. One guy will lose or the other guy will lose. You know what I mean? Some people scared to make predictions, especially here on YouTube. A lot of people talk, I saw big ups to them people who do make predictions. I did hear Boxing Librarian make a video before talking about he's not, he doesn't care about predictions or who wins the fights. He just want to see a good fight and this, that. And that's cool and all, but me personally, I mean, I like to do predictions, you know what I'm saying? I like to do because, it's just, it's not to show, to brag or anything or to show. It's just something that we do, even if we don't have channels, you know what I'm saying, amongst your peers, whether you're at the barbershop or with fellas at the playground just chopping it up, you know what I mean, about boxing. Some guys will make a pick and you'll make a pick, you know what I mean? You'll explain, you might have a fight like Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. You might talk about it with your peers, and one guy might say, man, Lomachenko will knock out Rigondeaux and probably knock his mouthpiece and knock him out and put him to sleep. And then some guy might jump out the window like, what? What the fuck? Who the fuck does Lomachenko knock out? So that's just the debate and banter of boxing, We make predictions even if it's not official or online, you know what I mean? So that's one of the main reasons I do it, you know what I mean? And I always big up all them channels who do make predictions, You check it because I feel a lot of people, they be shook to make predictions, you know what I mean? They don't want to get wrong. And, that's why, I big ups to all them channels that make predictions, you know what I'm saying? And, what I was saying, going back to what I was saying as far as predictions, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna think too hard about it no more. You know what I mean? Ward Kovalev, the first fight, that was a fight I racked my brain about for a while. Said, fuck it, man, you gotta pick somebody. Danny Jacobs versus Triple G. Fuck it, you gotta pick somebody. I picked Triple G. Ward Kovalev, first fight, I picked Ward. Errol Spence, Kell Brook. Very tough fight, man. And my prediction video is probably like 17 minutes long. Probably the longest prediction I've ever made, minute-wise. And I picked Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? So, some of these things, man, it ain't rocket science, man, you know what I mean? You just got to pick a guy, explain why, break it down, give your pluses and minuses, your pros and cons, your keys to victory to both guys. May the best man win. If your prediction comes wrong, man, so be it, man. nobody can foresee the future, you know what I mean? So anything can happen on any given night in the ring. Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments about what you think about Freddie Roach and Deontay Wilder's stance on this Canelo versus Triple G fight come September. And soon I'll make a prediction video, you know what I mean? I probably might touch on these topics more, you know. But Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about what these two gentlemen said, Freddie Roach and Deontay Wilder, about this fight. I'm out. Peace.